So how do you like to play like that in Nigeria?
I had a teacher for a year, and after that I did my research. I do watch master classes. I listen to Martin Frost master classes.
On you mean on YouTube?
On
YouTube,
about? Yes.
Yes.
Martin Frost, I listen to him play. So I also listen to Mark Gill. I think the president clarinet professor.
You mean Andrew McGill? Anthony McGill. Yeah. No, I live in New York.
Yeah.
So I hear the New York Philharmonic.
Yeah.
And so I know very well. He used to be principal of the Metropolitan Opera Orchestra.
Yeah.
And then he went from there to the principal of the New York Philharmonic.
I think he's professor of the Curtis Institute of Music.
Of what?
The Curtis Institute of Music.
He's at the Curtis Institute.
Yeah, he's professor presently.
Yes. Yeah. But he was, my teacher was the teacher from Curtis, William Kincaid. But we're talking, a couple generations back, a few generations back. And his brother Demore, of course, also studied there with Jeffrey Connor, who's there now, still there. Jeffrey Connor. My teacher was William Kincaid from there, and John Crow, and Robert Cole. But and have you ever tried to get in touch with Anthony McGill?
No.
Yeah.
No, but I would love to.
Let's go in there. So, and who did you have your first year of lessons with whom?
I had my first lesson with Mr. Jide Abiano. Mr. Jide.
Okay, I don't know him.
Yeah, he played the Muson Orchestra before, but now it is no longer there anymore.
No, I knew who Shegun was. So Shegun, there was a man there.
Yeah, there's also a man there.
It's not him.
No, not him.
Yes, and I also knew Odujobi.
Oh, yes, he was a teacher at Muson. He's late now. Yes.
Right, because his son and I Mr. Odujobi, he was a military man. He used to do. I was very good friends with him. And his son, especially his son, was a student of mine at Nsukka at one time, and that's how I met the family. I became very good friends with the Odujobi who was at Mozart. Yeah. So before a year you studied, and then you did everything after that year online.
Yes, after that year online. Yes, I also listened to Eddie Daniels, watch his master classes.
Who's
Eddie Daniels?
Yes, which is jazz.
Yeah, jazz. Yeah.
I
love his fusion, his classical, mixing classical and jazz together. So
yeah,
he really inspired me. Yeah. Eddie Daniels also really inspired me. I also watched his master classes online when he talked about speed and agility on the clarinets or other master classes. Yeah. So it really helped in my clarinet playing.
So that was jazz, and that was, and of course the classical. For classical, besides Anthony McGill, did you look at any other?
Martin Frost.
Huh?
Martin Frost.
Yes.
I also listened to Sabine Meyer.
Yes.
And Nicolas Boyer. I can't pronounce the name. Was Nicolas Boyer.
So you went to several of these master classes.
I watched them online.
You bought them online.
Yes, I saw them online.
And when you buy them online, what do they provide you with? How about the music, or how do you get the music? They let you download it or something?
The music, when I got into Muson provided us with some books.
Right.
So any piece I'm playing, I search for the piece online. I get the piece.
And look for a master class on it.
Yes, I look for a good master class on it. Yeah. Yeah, so I research on different master classes and and search for the one that I feel explains what I really need at that point.
Yes.
Yeah, and also maybe anytime I'm working on the clarinets, I search for master classes online. Maybe if I search for master class from Martin Frost. I check for Martin Frost master class. If he has done any master class based on that, then I watch the master class, and from there I can pick one or two lessons from there and practice.
Yes. And you did that. Well, how old were you when you first started the clarinet?
I started playing the clarinet at the age of 14.
14.
Yes.
And so that's been during 6 years.
6 years.
And you only did it for, and you only had lessons the first year.
Yes, sir.
And then so you had 5 years of just going master class.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, it shows that you really love the clarinet because the next thing I would have asked that where did you develop the discipline to follow through with those master classes and actually do them?
Yeah.
Because
from those master classes, I also learned about discipline, musical discipline. That without discipline, you can't achieve what you set your mind to achieve. Yeah. So let's say I had my practice routines. I follow practice routine. If I have to practice for a long tone for 30 minutes or 15 minutes, I stick to the long tones. And after the long tones, if I have to practice scales for 30 minutes, I stick to the scales. And if I have to play etude for 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes, depending on the difficulty of the etude, I play them and I go to my piece to practice those pieces.
Now, when you download the masterclass, right? It's always available to you. I say that because sometimes you need a lot of time to really study what's being done in that masterclass.
Yes, I watch them. I don't watch them just once. I watch and watch and watch because each time I watch those master classes, I get some new points from them.
Yes.
Yeah. If I watch them for this time, I'll pick up a point, develop on that point, watch them again, pick on that point.
Can you download it and keep it, or do you download it and?
I download and keep it until.
And keep it.
Yes,
that's what I want to know.
Until I'm very good, I'm sure I worked on all the professor or the musician said. Yeah, then I can delete it because of storage.
And how good is the audio on those?
Sir?
How good is the audio?
Yeah, the audio is very good.
Okay, because your sound is also very good. So I'm wondering, and it's one thing to have my teacher there telling me, or imitating the teacher, and it's another thing sometimes listening on these audios. It depends on, but you said the audio was very good.
Yeah, it was very good.
Why did you choose the University of Wisconsin?
Yeah, I chose the University of Wisconsin because of the professor there. I contacted her, so we have been talking. So, and I've also played this year. I had a concert. I downloaded the concert. She took a solo from. So I love the way she sounded, and I believe she can.
And you said Lychee.
Yeah.
So now you're talking jazz.
No, I said she.
I thought you said Lychee.
No, she. Her name is Dr. Sarah Manasseh. Dr. Sarah Manasseh. She's a professor of clarinet at Wisconsin, Stevens Point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up playing, and I love her. I love the sound. I love the way she plays.
Yes.
Yeah, so I believe she can really help me in taking my playing to the next level.
Yes. And you've already started applying?
Yes, I've started applying.
I mean, yeah. And you started. Any feedback?
Yes, the main issue now is just a scholarship. Yeah,
yes.
I need a full scholarship.
Oh, this is that old story.
Yeah. Just the scholarship. Though she promised that we are going to work on it.
Yes, but you would be admitted.
Yes.
I mean,
she
she indicated that.
Yeah, but just the only should I call it challenge? Yeah.
Yes.
It's just for the tuition fee, the fees.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just the only challenge we just have now.
Yes.
That's the only challenge. Yeah.
Now you say teaching fees, but you mean university fees?
Yes.
Well, you mean teaching general for the course of study?
Yeah.
I just gotta, This story is unraveling before me this year. I mean, because I'll tell you, in the old days, God, I wish we went with this program that you and Isreal. Do you know a very good duet together?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
You and Isreal.
Yes.
Know a very good. Do you know a very good duet?
Yes.
I have some thoughts.
Okay.
Because the reason why I come here is because there was no one to teach these people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on anything, right? So I did coaching everything. I myself am a flutist, but my major is music education. Yeah. But at the undergraduate level I had what they call a applied major. So you're really majoring on your instrument while taking music education, because when I started, and it happens even today too a lot, people want to have something to do if there are no gigs around, if there are no jobs around, right? Yeah. So you can always, you can also teach too. Yeah. But I don't do it because I can teach. I did it because I like to teach, and so that's why I did. So I combined it, and I became the city champion, the statewide Pennsylvania principal flutist for all state and collegiate band. So I had a lot of, and then I went to Juilliard from Philadelphia. That's how I got to New York as a Juilliard student, and I played some. I lost my sight later. Not long after I was in New York, though. I lost my sight in 1976. I haven't seen anything since then. But the reason why I play is because there's so many people here who think they can play and they can't play, and they just didn't have people who were playing well, and they didn't have the instructors, the faculty people. But now all of a sudden, I'd say in the last 4 or 5 years, there have been some, springing up, little by little, people who can actually play, and I've learned somehow. That's why I ask you so much, how did you learn this to play like that? Because I don't see the teachers around. So, which means a lot of discipline for those people to do that. And I was asked to give a conference. They have this conference. It's the Association of Nigerian Musicologists, which is it's going to be at Lasso on the 21st. And I've been working with some people so they could play. I always have to give a concert, but my idea was to initially was to play a piece and then bring people and then have some of them play by themselves and then play something with me. But then the way they organize this, he told me it was going to be a concert. And now I find out that there may be some other groups there. And I don't like that stuff. There's usually some kind of music from the university that's not very well worked out, and it's not, people think they can sing who can't sing, really. You understand?
Yes.
Right. And so, but my thing has to be shortened, but I'm supposed to meet with the person who's organized that. In the end, I have to decide just how I'm going to do it together. Initially, I thought I was doing a concert. I thought I would do it for an hour, and some of us practice. I have a good group of jazz players. They play a piece themselves, and I play something with them. I have some singers, you may probably know them. They were going to play a piece with me and then do. I'm talking from Africa to the Americas. So that was the idea, to have things from Africa and then have something that's African influence in the Americas. And I arranged a lot of music, so I had some things for African composers, and then I also had Negro spirituals and some of Shagun. Adebayo, not Adebayo, Shegun Okumola. Do you know him? He's a very good baritone. You were at Musan. When Musan did this opera, Don Giovanni, did you play?
No, I didn't play. It wasn't the orchestra didn't accompany, just the piano and...
Oh, they didn't use the orchestra. Right, well, he was Leporella. He was one of the two leads.
Maybe I should know his face.
Of the men. And Blessing Agu was singing.
Okay, I know Blessing Agu.
You know, because she's singing that opera too. And then it was originally it was a choral piece, but I arranged the flute for it to go with it. And so I just do it with 4 good voices, and the other Shagun was just here with me. He plays the flute, but he also sings. He's a tenor at Musan, so you probably know him. Yeah, he says he's going to come to rehearse with him tomorrow and see. But they've already done it. So it was things like that, people like that. But I would make a statement at some point about these, that they don't have any people at the university teaching a lot of these instruments and things like this. And that now there are people around who can actually function like that. But I would also mention that the problem with some people who are actually good enough to get scholarships outside, but then the accommodation thing has been posing a problem. Of course, you know Isreal's story. I didn't know that you had the same story because I didn't have spoken with you yet. And there's another person who just got something news yesterday that he was accepted in a place in the UK. That's Joshua Sheeran, the trumpet player. And but Israel's was full scholarship. I don't know what yours was. That might be because of Wisconsin. But did she say you might get a scholarship or what?
Yes, she told them she's going to try to work around it.
Yeah.
So, but no, somehow she asked me to be patient a little bit for school to resume, so she can go talk to the admission office and know about the scholarship.
Right.
Yeah. But now we are not so certain about it.
Yes. And Joshua was not. He still has quite a bit of money to put up. I wish I had a panel session or something like that to explain this to him, but I'm going to make a statement about that effect. So if I can get some people there to come on stage and play. The reason why I said if you duet, there's no time for me to learn a piece to play with you.
We have a duet you can play.
Very good.
Yeah, we can play.
If I can hear it.
Mendelssohn
Yeah.
There's a Mendelssohn song we played, Concerto for two clarinets, also it's Concerto for two clarinets. Yeah. We played it last, like, it was I think that was last year, we played it last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a presentation.
Basically, Sheriff needs a good piano player.
Yeah,
Shay is playing for me.
Okay.
Do you know Shay?
Yes, we know him.
Yeah.
He played with me in my recital. He was my pianist for my recital.
Oh, okay. So he's good enough to play the piano part.
Yeah, very good enough.
Yes, okay.
So we just talk to him, so we can just give him the piece.
I'll tell him tomorrow. So you don't play one movement, because that's all we have to. That's all we can. Because I think it's going to be, it's going to be a little time. But I'm going to have to. When the guy comes to see me, I'm going to have to explain to him the situation. Because I think the lecturers have to be educated. They don't know. They themselves don't have that ability. And they don't know the importance of the other students seeing that they should be but how they should be modeling themselves if they could. So keep that in mind. I'll talk to Israel. He was at my place last night. So
the program at Lasso is on the 21st.
It's on the 21st
of this month.
Of this month.
Okay, so
because the conference is from the 19th to the 23rd.
Okay.
And I have to be there that first day. I don't have to work as a slot because one university wants me to come there and stay a week. I can't do it because they want it right after the conference, and I have to get back to Lagos for a few days because I have to leave from Lagos to get myself there. So, the conference is on the 21st at night, and I'm just gonna try to get him to understand what we're doing. My thought was that I had no idea it was going to be in one of those kind of conferences where the celebrities play. I don't like to do them. The reason why I don't like to do them because everyone is in a party mood. And if you know what I mean, the university has a dance group perform. They have, like I said, some people who are not singing as well as they think they are. They have some instrumentals who are not like your type of instrumentals. They're not that level. Unfortunately, I'm not the one who sets that up. It's like university lectures. I'm going to try to advise him when I see him on Saturday. Saturday he's coming over. Yeah. He's Dr. Akinafuja. Do you know him? Dr. Akinafuja. He's an examiner at Musan. I should know. He's from Lagos State University, and I think he's an examiner. Someone told me in Musan, but he used to also teach, I guess, probably basic things on there.
So when should I come again? So maybe we can talk about the concert on the 21st.
Yes. I have to figure out Saturday. I have to go to Ted's show. And I have to see some flutes on Saturday. See some flute players. No, they're going to come on Sunday. They just told me. They're all going to come on Sunday. I'm trying to think of, should it be Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday is also better.
Huh?
Sunday is also good if it's Sunday.
Sundays are better?
Yes.
Okay, it was better for them. I'm going to see them at 12 o'clock. Are you in that orchestra that meets at the church?
No.
So maybe I can see you like at about 10:30 or something like that. I'm going. Well, it can be here because they don't need accompaniment. It's a concerto for practice without accompaniment. And now your duet does need accompaniment though. So I'm going to see Shay tomorrow. He's going to practice with me. And that piece that I'm doing with Blessing and Shagan. And Shagan's supposed to do a place. And he asked me that if I could put some flute into it. And I've done that. I worked out. I listened to it on my recorder, and I know what I'm going to do with it. Blessing, they weren't quite getting it together, working it out together. I don't know if they've done anything after the rehearsal, because Shady said that they had to get together on their own. And I'll see what happens. But that would be great. Okay. I'm going to have to talk to this guy when he comes to see me. Sometimes you have to educate him. And he was my student when he was a student at Unsuka many years back. A lot of lecturers came to see me. I was often a guest lecturer there. And so I'll see if they met some. But sometimes they want their piece of the action, and if you know what I'm talking about. and so they want to. I don't know. Just so it'll be about your. But I'm going to talk to you about that. But it's sad. You said Sunday's better.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
see about that time. Let me give you some reads.
Okay, sir.
Now, I was. Yes.
Sorry.